Time for your real estate real talk now. Don't look now, but are home prices starting to cool down? Los Angeles real estate agent Keri White joining me right now to talk about the market. Keri, we have a lot of questions.
Okay, let's get into it then.
Okay, so we've heard all about this cool down and home buyer pool that has shrunk. What does this all mean? You have to tell us kind of what's going on here right now.
Absolutely. So this market is shifting in a big way. Cool down is the exact word. It's a big cool down right now. It feels kind of like you're going down the freeway at 80 miles an hour and you just slam on the brakes. Mortgage rates have actually inched downward last week, shocking, but they're still so much higher than last year. So this affordability issue is really driving the buyer pool to shrink because they are just getting priced out of the market.
So this seems like this is kind of good news. Are prices dropping?
I know, it does quite seem like good news. But with buyers being priced out of the market, it's actually not impacting prices just yet, but we are seeing a lot more price drops. According to Redfin, 19.1% of home sellers actually dropped their asking price during the last month, May of 2022, making this the highest level since October of 2019 for price drops. So sellers out there right now are having to rethink their price expectations when they're facing a softening market because these buyers are becoming more cost conscious.
Okay, so that makes sense. I knew there was a catch in there somewhere. Now, with all that happening, has the inventory changed at all?
Finally, yes. Luckily, the housing inventory is climbing. According to a database that we use, Altos Research, inventory of unsold single-family homes in the U.S. rose 8.2% last week. Now, it's not unprecedented that this has never happened, but this is 6% higher than we were at last year for inventory. So when you really think about it in the grand scheme of things, 6% is not huge, but it is more inventory than we've seen in over 3 years.
Yeah, so that's something to talk about. Also, when it comes to building new houses, are home builders, are they still experiencing that supply chain issue that we had that was originally impacting all their building?
Yeah, well, that's finally starting to shake up a bit. Of course, is everything the ebb and flow of all the things we've been dealing with the pandemic. But the home building sector is increasing its production, and they're welcoming more workers, woohoo, to the industry. So during the month, residential building construction employment increased by 5,000, while non-residential construction added 2,400 jobs, which is great. So overall, the building grew 7.6% compared to our pre-pandemic levels. And as builders increase their employment and production levels, it's helping close a little bit with the gap of the supply and demand issue in our real estate market. So things are looking up.
Okay, with things looking up, if you could give us maybe the overall of what we're seeing and what we're discussing right now, what does the future of home prices look like now?
The favorite question. I wish I had a crystal ball, but with the home buyers really getting pushed to their brink right now, we're seeing less competition out there, less multiple offers. Rates are still rising, but Zillow has still predicted that rates will rise over 10% this year. They have changed their predictions a couple times. They went up a little bit a couple months ago. They were at 19.9%, but now they're at 13.6%. So if you are looking to buy, this shift is an opportune time to jump into the market and not to be too scared because we're not going to see things change too much for home prices over the next year.
All right, jump in now if you want to get a home. Keri, next time I'm going to need you to bring your crystal ball.
Okay. We just dust it off.
More concrete answers. All right, thanks a lot, Keri. Los Angeles real estate agent Keri White, as always. So much insight today in this crazy market. Make sure you follow her in the meantime on Instagram at Keri Ann, as well as on YouTube, Keri White Real Estate.